So, good morning everyone. I am Erjan D. Villamor and from BSIT2E, and this is my final performance task for Datacom 22 entitled Network Design and Troubleshooting Case Analysis. And this project, I will create a simple company network using Cisco Packet Tracer. And the company has three departments, which is the admin, IT, and sales. The purpose of this network is to segment the network using VLANs, enable communication between departments, and automate IP addressing using DHCP and improve network efficiency. So first, I will add the devices needed for the network, and I will use the router 1941, and then I will rename it to router. And then next, I will add the Cisco 2960 switch. So right here. And then the three I will now add the three pieces, which is represents for PC0 for admin, PC1 for IT, and then PC2 for sales. So I will rename it to admin. So right here is IT, and then sales. I will design it so it will look like a formal topology, and it will not look like dead something. And then first, I will connect the router to the switch. So using a copper straight through cable. So right here, gigabit 0/0 Ethernet. Then the switch is the fast Ethernet 0/1. I will add for the admin the fast Ethernet 0, and for the switch, I will connect it to the fast Ethernet 0/2. And also the IT department fast Ethernet 0/3. And the sales department to fast Ethernet 0/4. So this network uses a star topology because all devices are connected to one central switch. The router is responsible for routing between VLANs while the switch connects all end devices together. So here is the device and VLAN assignment of the network. PC0 represents the admin department and belongs to VLAN 10. And then the PC1 represents the IT department, which is belongs to VLAN 20. And then the PC2 represents the sales department and belongs to VLAN 30. So the router is connected to switch port F0/4 using trunk connection. So I will now configure the switch. So right here, so enable. So I will create VLANs for each department. So VLAN 10 name admin. So and then let's exit, and then the VLAN 20, which is for the IT department, name IT, then exit, and VLAN 30, which is for the sales department. So name sales department. So I will now assign switch ports to their corresponding VLANs. So we need to exit, And then interface FA0/2. 0/2. Yeah. And then switch port mode access. So this port is assigned to the admin VLAN. VLAN 10. So exit. Then for the IT department, interface FA0/3. And let's enter the switch mode access and the switch port access VLAN 20. And next, the lastly is the VLAN 30 for the sales department. So let's interface FA0/4, then enter the switch port mode access and switch port access VLAN 30. So here, after that, we need to assign. I will now configure the router connection as a trunk port. So interface FA0, so switch port, mode trunk. So this trunk port allows multiple VLANs to pass through one connection using 8021 IQ encapsulation. So right here, you can see the admin as 10, 20 and IT and 30 for the sales department. So I will now verify the VLAN configuration through router. I will enter a command that shows all VLANs and their assigned ports. From router, enable, and then interface G0/0, and then enter the code no shutdown, and then exit, and then open the G0 no shutdown is commands activate the router interface and connected to the switches. So this sub interface acts as a default gateway for the VLAN 10. And then let's encapsulate it. And after that, VLAN 10 and the IP address 168.10.20. So let's enter the last one, which is the second one, which is for the IT department, and let's encapsulate it just like the first one, and then enter the IP address, and then the last one, which is the interface G0/0.30, which is for the sales department encapsulation DOTQQ30, and then the IP address is 192.168.30.02.5 for the default gateway. And then these addresses are I will now configure DHCP to automatically assign IP addresses. So for the first one, we need to exclude the IP address, this DHCP address for the VLAN 10. Exclude address 192.168.10. That's one. So that is for the first VLAN for the admin department. So the second one is for the IT department. So 192.168.20.1. So the last part is for the sales department. These addresses are excluded because they are used as gateways and not for the important things. So after that, we need to enter the admin DHCP pool. So IP. So we need to enter it, the IP DHCP pool for admin. And then the network is 192.168.10.0. And the default gateway. And then the default router is same as the we entered in the excluded address. So exit. So we need to enter for the DHCP for the IT department, which is network. The network that is uses is 192.168.20.0, the default gateway. And then the default router is 192.168.20.1. After that, we need to exit and enter the last DHCP pool, which is for the sales department. So enter network 192.168.30.0 and then 255 for the default gateway. And then you need to I will now open each PC to show if it is work. So I will turn the static to DHCP. So I will turn it. It will return DHCP request successful. So the first PC is successful. Let's check for the IT department. So DHCP, it was successful too. And then lastly, the DHCP for the sales department. Same as before, the DHCP request is successful. So I will now click the router and then open the command prompt and not command prompt and then show IPDHCP binding. So this command verifies that the router assigned IP addresses successfully, and it will show us the tree, which is the VLAN 10, VLAN 20, and for the VLAN 30. It was the admin, IT, and sales department. So right now I will close it and then open the command prompt in the PC1, which is here. So I will ping the PC2 if to check if there is a error. So as you can see, it does not have any error. It was successfully pinged. So now I will ping the sales department. So 192.168.30.2. So I will now ping, and you can see there's no error and it was success. So um, um, in conclu- in conclusion this network successfully uses VLAN segmentation, router on a stick, VLAN interrouting, and DHCP to improve network communication, efficiency, and security. And that is the end of my presentation, and that's all.